Ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy our prelude selection, Praise God from Whom All Blessings Flow, played by Dr. David Oliver. Following this selection, you will be greeted by our Grand Marshal for today's ceremony, Dr. Rita Finley, Associate Dean, Educational Outreach and Health Careers, and Director of the Master of Science in Medical Sciences program. At this time, we again ask that you silence your cell phones and other electronic devices. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Board of Trustees, the President, the Dean, and the faculty and staff, I hereby declare that the third winter commencement exercises of Morehouse School of Medicine are now in session. Please rise and remain standing for the procession of the platform party, along with our distinguished faculty and alumni. I now present to you our platform party, led by President and CEO of Morehouse School of Medicine, Dr. Valerie Montgomery Rice. Please take your seats and remain seated throughout the processional so that everyone can welcome and observe our graduates without obstruction. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Morehouse School of Medicine winter class of 2023. Graduates and distinguished members of the platform party, please be seated. Morehouse School of Medicine was founded in 1975 with a bold mission to address the physician shortage in Georgia, to diversify the physician and scientific workforce, to advance primary care, and to work towards the elimination of health disparities through programs in education, research, and service. That bold mission started on the campus of Morehouse College, largely because of individuals like Morehouse College President Emeritus, Dr. Hugh M. Gloster. Each commencement, we observe a moment of reflection in honor of the life and legacy of Dr. Hugh M. Gloster. We will honor that tradition here today. Please join me as President Montgomery Rice honors Dr. Hugh M. Gloster.
Good morning. As our tradition, as we did at the gravesite, I will ask you for a moment of silence. Thank you. At this time, I'm going to ask the school's chaplain, Dr. Marvin Crawford, to give the invocation.
Good morning. If you don't mind, you can remove your hat. The gentlemen in the audience, the young ladies, you can leave your hat on not to mess up that pretty hairstyle. Listen for the word of Jeremiah. Hear me, Lord, and I will be healed. Save me, and I will be saved. For you are the one I praise. Let us pray. We gather, O God, in your name to celebrate the achievement of these learners, those who trusted us to transform them into educators and researchers, administrators and healers. For these who have endured the classroom, the research labs, the late nights, early mornings, the fear of failing, the unimaginable anxiety, and the clinical learning, we give you praise. We give you praise for that commitment, that character, and that deep hope. We give you praise. And as we gather on this day, O God, we too remember that we often fallen short of what you call us to be. Forgive us. And then, O God, give us what we need to go forward and carry out the mission that you put in our ancestors. Give us renewed visions and dreams to make our world a better world, a world where everybody will feel like they're somebody and nobody will be without a chance to have a healthy body. Forgive us, O God, if we've fallen short of that mission. Now come, Lord, and be with us, O God, among these who have come to say congratulations to those who have finished the course. Come, Lord, parents and families and friends, and even the ancestors of God who cried so long and who smiling now on this day because their hopes and dreams have come to fruition. Oh God, come, Lord. Come, oh Lord, let us now receive and feel a peace that passes all understanding. Come, oh Lord, in your everlasting healing, cleansing, and purifying name, we do pray. Everybody say, amen. Let us now receive and stand together to sing both the national anthem and also to lift every voice and sing. They're found in your bulletins on page 27 and 28.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You may be seated. It is my distinct honor to bring to the podium the presiding officer for today's ceremony, President and CEO of Morehouse School of Medicine, Dr. Valerie Montgomery Rice.
Good morning again. Welcome to Morehouse School of Medicine's 39th commencement exercises. I welcome honored guests. I welcome our Board of Trustees, our faculty, our staff, our parents, our families, our keynote speaker, Dr. Ravi Tadhani, as well as our graduating class of 2023. Graduates, our winter commencement marks the culmination of a significant milestone for each of you during this educational journey. And it also bids farewell to those sacrifices and those doubts throughout your journey to get to this point. You should now feel relieved and profoundly confident that all of your hard work, your dedication, your sleepless nights have come to an end. It is time for you to take a deep breath. Take a deep breath with me. Let it out. And know that you deserve all the joy and happiness that this moment has to offer. Your determination to reach new heights, and your resilience have brought you here today. During your time at Morehouse School of Medicine, you've developed skills and values that have prepared you to become compassionate, competent healthcare professionals, scientists, and public health professionals. Please give yourselves a round of applause. And while I am filled with excitement for each of you, I am also really excited because we have some special moments. I'm pleased to recognize our first graduates of the Master of Justice and Master of Administration and Justice Involved Care, what we call MAGIC. MAGIC. We're also graduating our first group of Masters of Science and Biotechnology students with a concentration in medical cannabis therapeutics. Raise your hand. And lastly, it was not long ago that we were given the green light for a new Master of Science in Physician Assistant Studies program. Now, we began that program in August of 2017 with only 3 faculty members and 1 staff member. The ARC-PA accreditation has a process that can be tedious but rewarding. And Morehouse School of Medicine was awarded this year our continued status of accreditation by ARC-PA in September of 2023. Through this, we developed new clinical partnerships, like with Mass General Hospital in Boston, Massachusetts, Northern Lights Hospital System in Portland, Bangor, and many other places. In recognition of her tireless efforts, I would ask Dr. Pangela Dawson to please stand. She and her assistant director, Maisha Baker. Where's Miss Baker? Where are you? Please stand if you are here. This has not gone unnoticed, the hard work that you put in to achieve this level of accreditation, and we are grateful and we say thank you. In gratitude for the rich educational experiences that all have provided, for being mentors, role models, and guiding lights, I would like to extend my deepest gratitude to all of our faculty. For the faculty members who are here, please stand and be recognized. You make the difference. You are the ones who really are the force behind the success of these students. You are why they choose Morehouse School of Medicine, and for that we say thank you. Now, none of you would be here today. None of us would be here today if it was not for our parents and those who have stood as surrogates for those parents, who have stood in the gaps, those family members who have supported you when you decided that, yes, I have 1 degree, but I need another degree. And yes, I am working, and yes, I'm gonna work and get this graduate degree and still raise the kids and still do everything else. You could not have done that without the love of your family. So graduates, please stand and give your family members a round of applause. Family members and loved ones, those who are in the audience and those who are streaming with us, know that we appreciate the sacrifices that you made for them to sit here and walk across this stage. It has not gone unnoticed. Thank you for your untiring love and support. Graduates, you have a valuable contribution to make to the field. Health disparities continue to be a major concern, not just in communities of color, but in all communities where people are not seen at the level that they should be seen, valued in a way that makes them feel special. I know that you are going to help fill the gap. With each passing year, our opportunities have grown, and you can see the fact that we are now having our commencement exercises in King's Chapel. Previously, we would have been able to have it in the auditorium, but because we have over 100 of you graduating and many family members in the audience who wanted to experience this with you, we moved it here. We listened to you. We are excited. Oh, the parents, you want to clap a hand? The dean and I got your letters and your emails. We heard you, and we thank the leadership at Morehouse College for allowing us to be here today. They understand how proud we are. They understand why this matters. And yes, for many of you, this may be your second or third degree, but this is a part of your journey, and it needs to be recognized. So thank you so much. We have alumni in the audience. Could you please stand if you are alumnus of Morehouse School of Medicine? Please stand, even if you have 1 or 2 degrees. Any alums? And of course, we have many of our Board of Trustees in the audience. Please stand if you are a member of the Board of Trustees. Dr. Malone, I see you standing there, and many of you are here. Thank you for your unwavering support. And while we are gathering here today, guys, because this is being videotaped, I wanted to pay recognition to one of our longest-serving federal advocates and partners, Mr. Dale Dirks, in Washington, D.C. And at this very moment, he is being honored for his retirement as the founding partner of the Health and Medicine Council. Dale, it is an honor that we get to show our appreciation to you for all of your commitment and outstanding contributions to advocating for students, staff, and faculty, not just at Morehouse School of Medicine, but at every and for every historically black college and university in this country. Early on, he partnered with Congressman Louis Stokes, our founding president, Louis Sullivan, and many others to really build platforms at NIH and across many other federal programs to ensure sustainable funding such that we can grow to the level where we are today. Please join me, the audience and our students, in standing, and let's give him a round of applause, please. Thank you, Dale, and thank you, audience, for participating in this. Morehouse School of Medicine is home to world-renowned leaders and experts in biomedical science, technology, clinical research, public health, health policy, and medicine. They are instrumental to the development of these phenomenal graduates. Several of those academic leaders are participating in today's ceremony, and as I call your name, I ask you to stand and be recognized. Dr. Joseph Adrian Tyndall, who's our Executive Vice President of Health Affairs and Dean of the School of Medicine. Dr. Cinnamon Bradley, Associate Dean of Student Affairs. Dr. Stephanie Miles Richardson, Associate Dean of Graduate Education and Public Health and Director of the Master of Public Health Program. Dr. Pangela Dawson, Assistant Dean, Department Chair, and Founding Program Director of the Physician Assistant Study Program. Dr. Danita Entman Daniels, Associate Dean of Graduate Education and Biomedical Sciences. Dr. Marty Elks, who is the Senior Associate Dean of Educational Affairs, Dr. Angelita Howard, who is the Assistant Dean of Online Education and Expanded Programs, and the co-director of the MSBT and MSHI program. Dr. Rita Finley, our Associate Dean of Educational Outreach and Health Careers, Director of the Master of Science in Medical Sciences, and our Grand Marshal. Dr. Kenny Shepard, who is our Mace Bearer and Associate Dean of Student Affairs and Assistant Professor of Pharmacology and Toxicology. Also participating is Dr. Marvin Crawford, who you've heard from, our Chaplain and Associate Professor in Medicine. Dr. Camille Davis Williams, who is the Greater Atlanta Women's Healthcare and my personal physician and Morehouse School of Medicine trustee. She taught me everything that I know, believe me. Dr. Frank Jones, who is president of the Morehouse School of Medicine National Alumni Association and adjunct associate professor of clinical surgery, and Dr. Ravi Dadhani, who is going to be our speaker. He is the executive vice president for Health Affairs at Emory University, Executive Director of the Woodruff Health Sciences Center, and Vice Chair of the Emory Healthcare Board of Directors. And to my others, please stand and be recognized. Our faculty leaders who are here, please stand and be recognized. Thank you. It is now my privilege to introduce the Morehouse School of Medicine trustee, Dr. Camille Davis Williams, who will bring greetings on behalf of our board. Dr. Davis Williams.
To President and CEO Montgomery Rice, fellow trustees, distinguished platform guests, alumni, faculty, administrators, family, friends, and the class of 2023. I am very honored to bring greetings on behalf of the Board of Trustees. Commencement exercises are a special time for the board because we are able to witness the results of the work we do to support and sustain the Morehouse School of Medicine students. This institution continues to train outstanding physicians, physician associates, biomedical scientists, and public health professionals who are destined for greatness. We are immensely proud of your accomplishments. We are certain that you will be extraordinary practitioners, researchers, and change makers. You will continue to have our utmost support as you bring your hearts and your work to the underserved in our communities. Know that you are forever a part of the illustrious Morehouse School of Medicine family. Congratulations. And now, Madam President, on behalf of the Board of Trustees of Morehouse School of Medicine, I hereby authorize you to confer degrees in course upon candidates who have qualified in all respects for the Doctor of Philosophy in Biomedical Sciences, the Master of Administration in Justice-Involved Care, the Master of Public Health, the Master of Science in Physician Assistant Studies, the Master of Science in Biomedical Research, the Master of Science in Biotechnology, the Master of Science in Clinical Research, the Master of Science in Health Informatics, the Master of Science in Medical Sciences, the Master of Science in Neuroscience, and the Doctor of Medicine.
You have to always remember who you report to. I see two of my trustees that I didn't recognize. Trustee Grant, who is our vice chair, and of course, Dr. Bear, who is our faculty representative. Thank you for being here. It is now my pleasure to bring to the stage the PA Class of 2023 Secretary, Ms. Courtney Philpott. Please come.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed faculty, honored guests, proud families, and my extraordinary fellow class of 2023 graduates. I am Courtney Philpott, representing the MSM Physician Assistant Program, and I am deeply honored to address the brilliant minds that make up this diverse cohort of doctors, physicians, physician assistants, and professionals in the fields of biomedical science, public health, and health informatics. We are gathered at this monumental occasion to celebrate the culmination of years of hard work, sacrifice, and unwavering dedication at Morehouse School of Medicine. Our journeys have been marked by challenges that have shaped us into the accomplished individuals we are today. From countless hours spent in classrooms, clinics, and laboratories, to the sleepless nights of studying, each step has brought us closer to this pivotal moment. In my personal experience as a PA student, I have been privileged to receive an education from a distinguished faculty who are current and former practicing physician and physician assistants. These influential educators have not only shared their academic wisdom, but have also inspired and guided me toward becoming a competent and compassionate PA. One of my most cherished moments during my time here was when the PA student ambassadors engaged with our nation's leaders on Capitol Hill in Washington, D.C., where we advocated for initiatives that promote curriculum development, clinical rotation availability, and student diversity in PA programs across the nation. This experience is one of countless ways the MSM PA program offers its students unique opportunities for personal and professional growth. Furthermore, it is with great pride that we continue to celebrate the Physician Assistant Program's recent and well-deserved accomplishment of receiving full accreditation status. Successfully completing such a rigorous process is a validation of the program's commitment to meeting the highest standards of education and clinical training. Congratulations to all involved in this significant achievement, as it serves as a symbol of the quality education we have received and a testament to the bright future that awaits future students of this program. Graduates, today we stand on the thresholds of our futures, and I want to leave you with a charge to be bold leaders in every aspect of your careers. Let's explore what it means to be bold. Carry a torch of bravery. Bravery is the willingness to face challenges head-on, unafraid of the unknown. Our careers demand courage, especially when confronted with complex medical cases, societal health disparities, and evolving healthcare landscapes. So embrace the obstacles that come your way with bravery, for it is through adversity that we grow and develop as healthcare professionals. Remain observant. Being observant and staying attuned to the new standards of care, technologies, and methodologies is essential in the ever-changing field of medicine. So never cease in your pursuit of knowledge and understanding. For the more observant we are, the better equipped we become to address the unique needs of our patients and communities. Live a limitless life. Attaining this degree has opened a door to a multitude of opportunities. Therefore, your potential should have no ceiling, and your aspirations should be boundless. So boldly break down barriers and be architects of change, innovation, and advancement in your professions. Lastly, be dedicated. The academic program we just completed require enduring and unshakable commitment. So maintain that spirit of dedication for the betterment of your patients, and most importantly, remain devoted to the principles of equity and justice in healthcare. In conclusion, let our shared experiences at MSM serve as a foundation for our collective success as we move forward. We are now equipped not only with the knowledge and skills necessary for our respective professions, but also with the character and fortitude to be leaders in healthcare. Congratulations, my fellow leaders. May your futures be filled with boldness, that is, immense bravery, keen observation, limitless aspirations, and unyielding dedication. The world awaits the positive impact that each and every one of you is destined to make. Thank you, and may God's grace be upon you.
limitless aspirations, limitless possibilities. Thank you, Ms. Philpott. You continue to be an inspiration. Thank you for choosing Morehouse School of Medicine. Our goal is always to ensure that 100% of our graduating seniors receive some level of scholarship report. Now, parents, listen closely. I said some level of scholarship support. So we're excited to announce the presidential class gift for the graduating class of 2023. We will be awarding scholarships to the remaining seniors who have not been awarded scholarships and or grants to support their tuition and fees during matriculation at Morehouse School of Medicine. These funds are intended to assist in lowering the student indebtedness. And for this winter commencement, we will be awarding a total scholarship amount of $229,000. Each eligible graduating senior who has not received full tuition and fee waivers or some type of direct loan debt reduction will receive no less than $1,000, but enough scholarship that you will see meaningful reduction in your DOE, direct student loan debt. So thank you all, and join me in congratulating on this financial reward. Without further ado, it is my honor and privilege to introduce our speaker for this morning. Yes, still morning. Dr. Ravi Dadhani. And I'm not going to read his bio, but you can follow along on page 7 in your program. I will highlight a couple of things, though. He is Executive Vice President for Health Affairs at Emory University. He's the Executive Director of Emory's Woodruff Health Sciences Center and Vice Chair of the Emory Healthcare Board of Directors. And prior to taking this role, he served as the Chief Academic Officer and Dean for the Faculty Affairs at Mass General Brigham, and he's Professor of Medicine at Harvard Medical School, both in Boston, Massachusetts. He has led many research opportunities and led a $2.3 billion research enterprise when he was served as the Vice Dean of Research and Graduate Research Education at Cedars-Sinai. He has over 30 years as a general and specialized internal medicine physician. He has extensive experience in patient care, research, and clinical trials. What I am most excited about, though, as an obstetrician gynecologist, that for the last 25 years, he's focused his research on kidney disease and developing diagnostics and therapeutics for patients with preeclampsia. And why is that so important? Well, I can remember training at Grady when I was an Emory resident, and every night we saw 1 to 10 patients with preeclampsia. And most of those persons were young African-American women. And we had limited medications to diagnose and awful medications to treat them. And although we saved many of their lives, I always am concerned about the morbidity that those women experienced during a time that should have been one of the most joyous times, bringing life into the world. He's performed several clinical trials on effective treatments and preventive measures for preeclampsia, and I'm sure that he's going to share some of that today with us, because he's the author or co-author of more than 300 scientific manuscripts published in top-tier journals. He earned his Doctor of Medicine degree from the University of Pennsylvania, a Master of Public Health from the Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health, and a bachelor's degree from the University of Notre Dame. Please join me in welcoming our keynote speaker today, Robert.
Well, good morning, everyone. It's an absolute honor to be here. Thank you, President and CEO Valerie Montgomery Rice, Dean and Executive Vice President Adrian Tyndall, members of the distinguished faculty, staff, Board of Trustees, alumni, friends, and of course, families. Families that breathe life and provide a foundation to our graduates. Graduates, I'm honored to be part of this special day with you in this most hallowed chapel. In 2003, after my training at the Massachusetts General Hospital and joining the faculty, I was a newly minted instructor of medicine. As Valerie remembers, instructor of medicine is just below assistant professor. It's to remind us of how low we were and how far we had to travel to become a professor at Harvard. Now, Valerie and Adrian know that when you join the faculty, you're given a set of instructions, like a scene from Mission Impossible, a message, should you choose to accept it. And that message reads, distinguish yourself, make an impact. I'd been working in the area of preeclampsia, or toxemia of pregnancy, as a clinical investigator, dreaming one day that we could diagnose the condition before a woman got sick and treat her so that she could have a healthy baby. Why? Death during childbirth is devastating. In the United States, in the year 2000 alone, the frequency of death during pregnancy was 10 per 100,000 live births. And among those causes included preeclampsia or toxemia. Now we know that even one death of a mother, a sister, a daughter, a friend is one too many. So I ask you to remember in the year 2010, the number 10. Now preeclampsia strikes like lightning. In fact, the word eclampsia derives from a Greek root that means lightning. It strikes in the second half of pregnancy. There's no way to predict the condition. There's no way to treat the condition, as you heard from Dr. Montgomery Rice. This is a big problem. A solution to this problem needed a multi-pronged approach. It needed a better understanding of science, of reproduction, and a better understanding of that most amazing organ called the placenta. It also required a better understanding of epidemiology, of diet, the environment, and very importantly, as you heard, social determinants of health and healthcare disparities. Now, to tackle a big problem, I needed a scientific partner. But as many of you know, inviting a partner to share a journey with you results in two outcomes. First, you're acknowledging that you don't know everything. You need somebody to help you. You're revealing your ignorance. Second, you're acknowledging that your own recognition will be diminished. It will be diluted. You need to swallow your arrogance. So admitting ignorance, diluting your recognition, was certainly not the lessons I learned when I joined academics. Nevertheless, I met a brilliant basic scientist who was studying factors released from the placenta. Factors released from the placenta going into the mother's circulation, and those factors led to the condition that we know and call preeclampsia. We focused on those factors and 20 years ago decided on two things. One, we would dedicate our lives to solving this problem, and two, we would share the credit if credit ever came, but we also agreed to share the blame. Now, mind you, we did not agree to resolve all conflicts before we went to bed at night. That is an important rule for yet another type of relationship that you might have heard of. What is preeclampsia? What is preeclampsia? As Dr. Davis Williams reminds us, a woman at 29 weeks of gestation, with a few months left to celebrate the birth of a child that's coming up. She feels completely fine, yet wakes up in the morning and complains of a mild headache, complains of some abdominal pain, and underlying, her kidneys and liver begin to fail. Her brain begins to swell. She's on the doorstep of death. That is preeclampsia. Now, if we could predict it, we could prevent it and treat it. So we first focused on predicting the condition with a simple blood test. Now, many of you know that you can actually, with a blood test, predict a heart attack and treat it. With a simple blood test, you can predict prostate cancer and treat it. With a simple blood test, you can predict the complications of diabetes and treat it. So we thought, let's focus on the factors released from the placenta and measure them as a way to predict the condition and then to direct the development of a treatment. We published several studies. We showed that in many different populations of women of various races and ethnicities, that a simple blood test could reliably predict the disease well before a woman became sick. And importantly, it was especially powerful for Black women. Now, preeclampsia travels along the, quote, fault lines of inequality. We know this thanks to Natalie Hernandez Green and Valerie herself, who had the foresight to create the Maternal Health Equity Center here at Morehouse. If you want to see a vector of change, look at the Center for Maternal Health Equity here at Morehouse. Remember the US Olympic sprinter Tori Bowie, who tragically died of preeclampsia, or a fellow teammate of hers, Allison Fields, or even Serena Williams, who both had near misses with preeclampsia. We know in 2017, Beyonce had preeclampsia. What about Shaughnessy Wallace, a pediatric resident from Indiana University who died at the age of 30 from sudden onset preeclampsia, kidney failure, and liver failure? These women and thousands of women of all races every year succumb to this condition in both developed and developing countries. This simply could not continue. Now, in academia, as many of you know, we make discoveries, but we rely on companies to get those discoveries to the clinic. Carrico and Weissman, as you remember, did their early studies at the University of Pennsylvania, understanding the biology of mRNA and switching a uridine to pseudouridine. But it wasn't until Moderna and Pfizer took the vaccines to the clinic that patients began to benefit. Companies go to the FDA because of their resources and expertise. Academicians do not. So we sought the help of companies. Unfortunately, despite our pleas, our desperate pleas, we could not convince a company to come to the FDA with us. Every meeting resulted in the same outcome. They pointed to the exit signs. The answer was no, and why was the answer no? They said that preeclampsia was not a common enough problem. It did not affect a large segment of the population. They said that the investment to do a clinical study that would be acceptable by the FDA would be too large, and the return on that investment would be too low. They said that there are many lawsuits in obstetrics, and that the test, because it would not be perfect, you would have false positives and false negatives. It would only fuel litigation. And importantly, those individuals on the other side of the table, those individuals representing the companies, did not look like the women that were suffering and dying from this harrowing condition. By 2010, 10 years after we began, the maternal mortality rate in the United States had risen to over 20 deaths per 100,000 births. The rate had effectively doubled in 10 years, right under our eyes. And Black women were dying at rates at 3 to 5 times higher than white women. My colleague and I were in despair. We knew our test and believed in our hearts that we could help women. But we couldn't convince the companies to fund the studies. Paraphrased from the writer Adam Gopnik, our helium balloon filled with hopes and dreams had burst. Nevertheless, we continue to publish papers in many different populations. And in 2017, we decided to take a risk. We decided to take an exit off our linear path, to leave the halls of Harvard and to go to another institution that would help us get to the next stage of our journey. In our contract at Cedars-Sinai in Los Angeles, it said that they would fund a large clinical study so that we could go to the FDA. A study that would encompass sites from throughout the United States and be comprehensive enough to study women of different races and ethnicities. Our formula was to go as academics to the FDA. So we moved our laboratories, our families said goodbye to our friends, gave up our professorships, traveled across the country, and began a new stage in our life. Harvard gave us the opportunity to make discoveries. Cedars-Sinai was going to help us get to the FDA. We got to Cedars-Sinai, and as academicians, we formed a team. We went to the FDA, and we said to the FDA, companies are not going to fund this study, so we are going to fund this study. Help us get a test out so these women can benefit. We shared a detailed protocol with them. We discussed the population who would benefit. We hired a support staff, monitoring staff, and started the study at 18 sites around the world. We were excited, and nothing was going to get in our way. As you can see, I'm setting you up for something to get into our way. Just as we were about to ramp up the study, we were greeted by that most unwelcome, uninvited, unwanted guest called coronavirus. Obviously ignoring the no trespassing signs that we had posted everywhere. By 2020, maternal mortality rates had risen to 25 per 100,000 deaths, and in black women it had peaked over 50 deaths per 100,000 women. It only continued to grow and increase during the pandemic. That said, we enrolled over 1,000 women from 18 sites across the United States. All during the pandemic, these women participated in studies knowing that they themselves would not benefit, but their sisters and daughters and friends in years to come would. We completed the study, we published our results in November of 2022, and went back to those companies, we knocked on those doors and said, we finished the study, we've negotiated everything with the FDA, let's go together. Well, once again, we were not met with a lot of enthusiasm, but one company came forward. In May, on May 18th to be exact, 2023, about 1 in the afternoon, I was rushing down the stairs from my office, late as usual for a meeting, when I received a phone call that said the FDA was going to approve our test tomorrow. I tripped and twisted my ankle and thought, 20 years later, we finally did it. The lesson, of course, is don't take a phone call while you're running down the stairs. As the Danish philosopher Kierkegaard said, life is lived forward but only understood backwards. So what were the lessons? And thank you, Courtney, for those lessons as well. Perseverance. It took us 20 years to get a test through the FDA, but now we have to get that test to where women are getting care, and we have to use that test to develop a treatment. Collaboration. The African proverb reminds us if you want to go fast, you go alone. If you want to go far, you go together. Swallow your pride and collaborate. The journey is often longer than you think. You need a partner. As Courtney highlighted, we're taught that the shortest distance between 2 points is a line, but life doesn't go by a line. The road of life is defined by the exits, the speed bumps, the yield signs, in Georgia, the traffic and the roundabouts, and yes, the forks in the road. Embrace them. And finally, take risks. The great philosopher, one of my favorite philosophers, Muhammad Ali, said, "He who is not courageous enough to take risks will accomplish nothing in life." Now, I know parents, be careful with risks. So you graduates possess all the qualities, as you've heard, to succeed. Perseverance, collaboration, realizing that life is not a straight line, and taking calculated risks. You graduates possess all the qualities you need to succeed based on the barriers that likely you have already overcome to get to this point and graduate from this distinguished institution. We know that for some students earning PhD degrees today, master's students, the lens by which you approach research and the questions that you will test are more likely to benefit diverse and underserved populations. Society needs you. For graduating physician's assistants, the patients that you care for will more likely be screened and treated for diseases because of you. Society needs you. And for all of you entering into science and medicine because of who you are more likely to engender trust. And we know that trust in science has eroded. But with your help, as trust increases, entire populations will benefit, and society will celebrate you. So, the professors, the teachers, the faculty, the leaders in the audience, families, know that you, your class, despite the adversity that you have already overcome, and in fact, because of that, and of course, how you will overcome the diversity ahead of you, the adversity ahead of you, you will stand stronger, you will jump higher, you will drive further than we ever could, paraphrased from the great Martin Luther King. Society needs you. Medicine and science needs you. We need you. So I'm truly, truly honored and humbled to be your colleague, your staunch advocate as you graduate from Morehouse School of Medicine and make a distinct impact in this amazing world of science and medicine. Thank you.
Let's give him another round of applause. Graduates, I hope that as he shared that journey with you, that you can see why your degree, Masters of Public Health, Master of Science in Physician Studies, Master in Biomedical Research, Biotechnology, Clinical Research, Health Informatics, Medical Sciences, Neurosciences, your doctorate degrees, just as involved care. Why it is so important. There are persons like you who will help to bring discoveries to life, who will help deliver on the promise of science. And yes, there may be those who do it from phase one, where they're looking at it from a hypothesis perspective, but someone has to translate it along the continuum. Someone has to be that conduit to that pharma company. Someone has to be that conduit to the community. Someone has to explain it to that patient sitting there, receiving a treatment in a time in her life when she should be having the most phenomenal experience. I hope that you see yourself in that journey and you understand why you are so needed in the field. Thank you again, Ravi. That was a fantastic story, and you have had a fantastic journey, and I look forward to our continued partnership. Thank you very much. It is now my honor to call to the podium our Executive Vice President of Health Affairs and Dean of the School of Medicine, Dr. Joseph Adrian Tyndall. Dr. Tyndall, please join me.
Thank you, President Montgomery Rice. For those of you who know me, you probably recognize my voice is weak. But I will say this, I'm here because I'm proud, and it's my job to be here. Dr. Thadani, I want to say to you, thank you for your words, because your presence here is a symbol of our collaboration, our relationship, and we're grateful for it. Good morning to all of you. Good morning to all of you. I want to say congratulations and job well done. You've joined us in the journey here at Morehouse School of Medicine. You invested your careers with us. We've held your hands along this journey, and for that, we're deeply grateful and thankful. Your investment in our institution, the partnership, the acknowledgement of the impact of our communities have had on us means a great deal to us. And you all became a part of the MSM family when you entered the doors. You will leave as alum of the Morehouse School of Medicine family, proud to be part of our missions. We are so proud to see you. This is a real sight, you all from over here, to see all of you graduating. So now, it's the moment you've been waiting for. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now confer upon the candidates the degrees of Master of Administration in Justice Involved Care, Master of Public Health, Master of Science in Physician Assistant Studies, Master of Science in Biomedical Research, Master of Science in Biotechnology, Master of Science in Clinical Research, Master of Science in Health Informatics, Master of Science in Biomedical Sciences and Medical Sciences, Master of Science in Neurosciences, Doctor of Philosophy in Biomedical Sciences, and Doctor of Medicine. So first we will confer the Master of Administration in Justice Involved Care degree. So with those candidates, please rise. Madam President, I have the honor to present to you the students who have completed a rigorous program of Justice Involved Care studies, fully accredited by the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools Commission on Colleges. The Board of Trustees and the faculty of Morehouse School of Medicine recommend that these students receive the degree Master of Administration.
Upon recommendation of the faculty of the School of Medicine and by the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I confer upon you the degree Master of Administration in Justice Involved Care with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining. Please come forward to receive your degree.
Rachel Airy. Carolyn Ashaye. Thomas Cotton III. Jacqueline Ezel. Akia George. Dr. Lawrence Henry. Christopher Bradley Lynch. Marshall Mabry. Jade Morgan. Olga Pittman. Senora Rudolph.
Master of Administration and Just Involved Care graduates, please rise. And you may now move your tassels to the left side. Congratulations. You may be seated. We'll now confer the Master of Public Health degrees. Will the candidates for the Master of Public Health degree please stand? Madam President, I have the honor to present to you the students who have completed a rigorous program of public health studies, fully accredited by the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools Commission on Colleges. The Board of Trustees and the faculty of Morehouse School of Medicine recommend that these students receive the degree Master of Public Health.
Upon recommendation of the faculty of the School of Medicine and by the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I confer upon you the degree of Master of Public Health with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining. Please come and receive your degree.
Naomi Campbell. Ty Chambers. Hunter Williams.
So, Master of Public Health graduates, please stand. You may now move your tassels to the left. Congratulations. Dr. Miles Richardson, if you please join me for the declaration of the oath.
Good morning. It's still good morning. Good morning. I'm Dr. Stephanie Miles Richardson, Associate Dean of Graduate Education and Public Health and Director of the Master of Public Health Program. We will now recite the International Declaration of Health Rights that is found on page 15 of your program. If there are other public health professionals in the audience, please rise and read with us. Health requires peaceful and equitable development and collaboration of all peoples. The enjoyment of the highest attainable standard of health is one of the fundamental rights of every human being. It is not a privilege for those with power, money, or social standing. Health is more than the absence of disease, but includes prevention of illness, development of individual potential, a positive sense of physical, mental, and social well-being. Health care should be based on dialogue and collaboration between citizens, professions, communities, and policymakers. Health service should be affordable, accessible, effective, efficient, and convenient. Health begins with healthy development of the child and a positive family environment. Health must be sustained by the active role of men and women in health and development. The role of women and their welfare must be recognized and addressed. Health care for the elderly should preserve dignity, respect, and concern for a sustainable environment with balanced human populations growth and preservation of cultural diversity. Health depends on availability to people of basic elements: food, safe water, housing, education, productive employment, protection from pollution, and prevention of social alienation. Health depends on protection from exploitation without distinction of race, religion, political belief, economic, or social condition. And together, the oath: we, as people concerned about health improvement in the world, do hereby commit ourselves to advocacy and action to promote the health rights of all human beings. Congratulations, you may be seated.
Thank you, Dr. Miles Richardson. Now, for the Master of Science in Physician Assistant Studies degree. Will the candidates please rise? Madam President, I have the honor to present to you the students who have completed a rigorous program of Physician Assistant Studies fully accredited by the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools Commission on Colleges. The Board of Trustees and the faculty of Morehouse School of Medicine recommend that these students receive the degree Master of Science.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty of the School of Medicine and by the virtue of authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I confer upon you the degree Master of Science in Physician Assistant Studies with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining. Please come to receive your degree.
Arlesia Abels Jones. Perion Alexander. Leah Arms. Akeem Borum. Janae Bryant. Carissa Cantrell. Priscilla Carvalho. Vanessa Castro. Jennifer Farman. Rainisha Franklin. Jada Highland. Ashley Johnson. Jessica Joyner. Emily Liang. Amia McCray. Timoya McKay. Christine Miller. Namdi Ofodile. Denia Pate. Courtney Philpott. Maja Ravar. Cassandra Riley. Destiny Sims. Savannah Tappan. Megan Titus. Shamika White. Ashley Williams. Clayton Williams. Sarah Worku.
So, Master of Science in Physician Studies graduates, if you can please rise. You know the drill. You can now move your tassels to the left side. Congratulations. And please remain standing. Dr. Dawson, if you would please come to the podium.
believe it is still good morning. I'm Dr. Pangela Dawson. I'm the Assistant Dean, the Department Chair, and the Founding Program Director for the Morehouse School of Medicine Physician Assistant Studies Program. I'll have the graduates turn to page 16. And any other guests in the audience who are physician assistants, I would ask you to join us in reciting the physician assistant oath. And we'll read it together. Any other physician assistants in the audience can stand and read this with us? Okay, we'll read this together. Let's go. I will hold as my primary responsibility the health, safety, welfare, and dignity of all human beings. I will uphold the tenets of patient autonomy, beneficence, non-maleficence, and justice. I will recognize and promote the value of diversity. I will treat equally all persons who seek my care. I will hold in confidence the information shared in the course of practicing medicine. I will assess my personal capabilities and limitations, striving always to improve my medical practice. I will expand my knowledge and skills, keeping abreast the advances in medicine. I will work with other members of the healthcare team to provide compassionate and effective care of patients. I will use my knowledge and experience to contribute to improve community. I will respect my professional relationship with the physician. I will share and expand knowledge within the profession. These duties are pledged with my sincerity and honor. Thank you. You may be seated.
Thank you, Dr. Dawson. Now, moving on. For the Master of Science in Biomedical Research degree candidates, will the candidates for this degree please stand? Madam President, I have the honor to you to present this student who's completed a rigorous program of biomedical research studies fully accredited by the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools Commission on Colleges. The Board of Trustees and the faculty of Morehouse School of Medicine recommend that the student receive the degree Master of Science.
Upon recommendation of the faculty of the School of Medicine and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I confer upon you the degree of Master of Science in Biomedical Research with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining.
Amber Donning.
So if the student for Master of Science in Biomedical Research, please remain standing. And you may move your tassel to the left side. Congratulations. Now, for the Master of Science in Biotechnology degree. For the candidates for this degree, please rise. Madam President, I have the honor to present to you these students who have completed a rigorous program of biotechnology studies, fully accredited by the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools Commission on Colleges. The Board of Trustees and the faculty of Morehouse School of Medicine recommend that the students receive the degree Master of Science.
Upon recommendation of the faculty of the School of Medicine, and by the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I confer upon you the degree Master of Science in Biotechnology, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining. Please come forward to receive your degree.
Taryn John Lewis. Jordan Jackson. Gerald Hill. Jeffrey Bryant. Kiana Butler. Keandra Datcher. Amber Davis. Kendra Delaney. Miguel Uriste. Alexandria Simone Fox. Jaslyn Gales. Yolanda Greer.
Thank you, baby.
Wallace Massa. Bridget Paget. Benita Pascal. Cynthia G. Pierre-Louis. Tirza Polk. Elena Prince. Devin Ray. Leanna Reddick. Colin Relaford. Megan Rhodes. Quincy Richburg. Keyshawn Lark. Jada Lloyd. Mia Michelle McCauley. Casey King. Thank you all. We want to make sure we hear everyone. Vanessa Keithley. Aaliyah Myra Johnson. Jennifer. All right, thank you. We want to make sure we hear Jennifer Boyer. Maya Bonds. Corey Barron. Leah Banks. Stephanie Ayadele. Courtney Andrea Avery. Miriam Adekeye. All right. Aisha Williams. LaCrystal Ware Johnson. Kennedy Thomas. Denisha Thompson. Ashley Stone. Danny's Smith. Jabin Smith. Isaiah Slaughter. Gregory Senese. Jennifer Sakate. Danielle Milton. Jamila McQueen. Rodney McGee Jr.
So, Master of Science and Biotechnology graduates, remain standing. And you can move your tassels to the left. Congratulations. You may be seated. Now, for the Master of Science and Clinical Research degree candidates. Will the candidate for the Master of Science and Clinical Research please stand? I see you. Madam President, I have the honor to present to you this student who has completed a rigorous program of clinical research studies fully accredited by the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools Commission on Colleges. The Board of Trustees and the faculty of Morehouse School of Medicine recommend that the student receive the degree Master of Science.
Upon recommendation of the faculty of the School of Medicine and by the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I confer upon you the degree of Master of Science in Clinical Research with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining. Please come forward to receive your degree.
Dr. Malaysia McFadden.
It's all right. Take your time. And please remain standing as you move your tassel to the left side. It's already there. Congratulations. Now, for the Master of Science in Health Informatics degree, will the candidates for this degree please stand? Madam President, I have the honor to present to you these students who have completed a rigorous program of health informatics, studies that are fully accredited by the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools Commission on Colleges. The Board of Trustees and the faculty of Morehouse School of Medicine recommend that these students receive the degree Master of Science.
Upon recommendation of the faculty of the School of Medicine, and by the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I confer upon you the degree of Master of Science in Health Informatics with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining. Please come forward to receive your degree.
Pilar Gibson. Latricia Horn. Simone Kenya. Jasmine Philibert. Megara Shepperson. Dr. Johnny Williams.
Master of Science in Health Informatics graduates, please rise. And you may now move your tassels to the left side. Congratulations. Please be seated. Now for the Master of Science in Medical Sciences degree candidate, will you please rise? I see you. Madam President, I have the honor to present to you this student who's completed a rigorous program of medical sciences studies, fully accredited by the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools Commission on Colleges. The Board of Trustees and the faculty of Morehouse School of Medicine recommend that this student receive the degree Master of Science.
Upon recommendation of the faculty of the School of Medicine, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I confer upon you the degree Master of Science in Medical Sciences, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining. Please come forward to receive your degree.
Dwight Parker.
So Master of Science in Medical Science graduate, you could stand, please. And you can move your tassel to the left side. And congratulations. Now, we're reaching the end, very close. For the Master of Science in Neuroscience degree, candidate, will you please rise? Madam President, I have the honor to present to you these students who have completed a rigorous program of neuroscience. These studies were fully accredited by the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools Commission on Colleges. The Board of Trustees and the faculty of Morehouse School of Medicine recommend that these students receive the degree Master of Science.
Upon recommendation of the faculty of the School of Medicine, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I confer upon you the degree Master of Science in Neuroscience, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining. Please come forward to receive your degree.
Janisa Manning. Grace Olofintui.
So Master of Science and Neuroscience graduates, please remain standing, and you may move your tassels to the left side. Congratulations. Now, for the Doctor of Philosophy and Biomedical Science degree, the candidate for this degree, please rise. I see you both. Madam President, I have the honor to present to you these students who have completed a rigorous program of biomedical sciences studies fully accredited by the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools Commission on Colleges. The Board of Trustees and the faculty of Morehouse School of Medicine recommend that these students receive the degree Doctor of Philosophy.
Upon recommendation of the faculty of the School of Medicine and by the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I confer upon you the degree Doctor of Philosophy with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining. Please come forward to receive your degree.
Dr. Ariel Armstrong. Dr. Malaysia McFadden.
So new Doctor of Philosophy graduates, tassels may already be on the left side. Congratulations. Dr. Eatman Daniels, if you could please come to the podium.
Good morning. I'm Dr. Danita Eatman Daniels, Associate Dean of Graduate Education and Biomedical Sciences. All Master of Science in Biomedical Research, Master of Science in Biotechnology, Master of Science in Clinical Research, Master of Science in Health Informatics, Master of Science in Medical Sciences, Master of Science in Neuroscience, and Doctor of Philosophy and Biomedical Sciences. Graduates, please rise. Come on. Let's get We will now recite the Scientist Pledge, which you will find on page 17 of your program. Other scientists in the audience are welcome to join in. Thank you. Let's go. I accept this opportunity to follow the difficult and rewarding path of biomedical science and clinical research. I will endeavor to honor all those who have contributed to this opportunity by always working to the utmost of my abilities and by increasing those abilities when possible. I will strive to advance fundamental knowledge about all living things. I pledge to use my energy, intellect, and education to enhance the lives of all mankind, understanding that often the greatest strides are made through efforts to assist the dispossessed and underprivileged in our world. I will carefully consider and remain mindful of the ethical implications of my work. I will never use my gifts and skills to intentionally harm any individual or group. In planning and carrying out my work, I will treat this planet and all its life forms with honor and respect. I will honor and respect the efforts of my teachers, taking great care always to give credit where credit is due, and always humbly understanding that all that I see by standing on the shoulders of the many scientists who have gone before me. I will also honor and respect my students and all who rely on that which I have learned striving to truthfully and openly disclose all my methods, findings, and conclusions. So long as I adhere to this pledge, may I have continued success in the field of biomedical sciences and clinical research. Congratulations. You may take your seat.
Thank you, Dr. Eben Daniels. So, and finally, will the candidate for the degree Doctor of Medicine please rise? I see you. Madam President, I have the honor to present to you this student who's completed a rigorous program of medical studies, fully accredited by the Liaison Committee on Medical Education. The Board of Trustees and the faculty of Morehouse School of Medicine recommend that this student receive the degree Doctor of Medicine.
Upon recommendation of the faculty of the School of Medicine, and by the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I confer upon you the degree Doctor of Medicine, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto are pertaining. Please come forth to receive your diploma and hood. Please come forward.
Benashe Nazari.
So if the new Doctor of Medicine graduate, please remain standing. Your tassel on the left, congratulations to you. And Dr. Elks, if you could please come to the podium so we can recite the oath.
I'm Dr. Marty Elks, Senior Associate Dean of Educational Affairs. We will now read the modified Hippocratic Oath. I invite other physicians in the audience to rise and read the oath with the graduate. The oath is printed on page 18 of your program. Please read with me. I solemnly swear that as a graduate of Morehouse School of Medicine, according to my ability and judgment, I will keep the following oath. I will consider dear to me those who have taught me this art and will teach the art to all those who qualify as students. I will follow the method of treatment which, according to my ability and judgment, I consider for the benefit of my patients, and will abstain from whatever is deleterious and mischievous. I will preserve the purity of my life and art, and in every house where I come, I will enter only for the good of my patients, keeping myself from all intentional ill-doing and seduction. All that may come to my knowledge in the exercise of my profession, which ought not to be spread about, I will keep secret and will never reveal. If I keep this oath faithfully, may I enjoy my life and practice my art, respected by all people and in all times. But if I trespass and violate this oath, may the reverse be my lot. Congratulations. Please be seated. Dr. Jones, will you please come to the podium for the alumni induction?
Good morning to the class of 2023. My name is Dr. Frank Jones. I am a graduate of the MD class of 1991 and president of the Morehouse School of Medicine National Alumni Association. And so on behalf of the Alumni Association, I bring greetings to all present and congratulate you, the class of 2023. Today, we acknowledge and reward your accomplishments and wish you much success as you advance in the next stage of your education and career. I encourage you to connect with alumni, to stay in touch with your classmates, and to stand as an example for all of those to follow. Support Morehouse School of Medicine both verbally, financially, and with your time and energy. Remember, without your support, we cannot expect others to sustain that which is yours and that which has so profoundly changed your life forever. At this time, I ask that you repeat after me the following pledge. Actually, if you could stand. All alumni. All alumni, please stand. Yes, all alumni, yeah. You're alumni now. And if there are any other alumni, please stand as well. I state your name. Hereby accept membership in the Morehouse School of Medicine National Alumni Association. As a graduate, I promise to maintain active membership. I'm going to read that again. As a graduate, I promise to maintain active membership in the Alumni Association and support the association and the Morehouse School of Medicine to the best of my ability. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Jones and the National Alumni Association. To the class of 2023, this is a remarkable time in your professional journey, and I hope you will look back on this with fondness and pride. As you go forward, I ask you to hold strong to the principles and guiding forces that compelled you to this life of service. Understand that you are the legacy of this institution. The bonds you have forged do not cease now that you have graduated. Instead, much like the roots of a blossoming tree, they will continue to grow and extend deep into the foundation, anchoring you no matter the force of winds or rain ahead. You're entering your various professions at an unprecedented time. Trust in the knowledge you've gained, and remember to always lead with compassion and humility. People will look to you for answers and guidance. They will trust you with the most vulnerable and important part of themselves, whether as a research study participant, a community partner, or as a patient. They will expect you to understand the depth of that trust, the trust that they are extending to you, and the weight of hope that rests on your shoulders. We are confident that you are well prepared to answer the calling to practice medicine, to continue the art of discovery and caring, to advocate for your patients, to advocate for the community, to bring forward new technology, to forge a path such that we can deliver the promise of science to all. So I charge you with the following. Align your professional identity with a vision that you have for others first and then for yourself. The vision of health equity is achievable, particularly if we assist everyone with achieving his or her optimal health by listening first and thinking and limitless possibilities. We can create a brighter, more equitable future for all. Secondly, constantly seek new knowledge. Information changes rapidly. Seek excellence and let your work reflect your character, your alma mater, and your profession. Third, never lose sight of your purpose. Seek guidance from trusted advisors and wise peers. Listen to your higher self and your higher calling. Remember to take care of yourself. Exercise, eat healthier, read, listen to music, dance, and laugh. For when health is absent, wisdom cannot reveal itself, art cannot manifest, strength cannot fight, and wealth becomes useless. Leave a good legacy and make sure that the lives you touch and the places where you serve are better because of you. Remain humble, for you will have many answers, but certainly not all of them. Be of service to others, and remember, you are not the center of the universe, but a servant of it. Graduates of the class of 2023, you have well earned a place in the global community, and you are among the men and women among the healing arts and sciences. Go with God, and may you and your families be richly blessed. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and join the Morehouse College Glee Club as they sing Morehouse School of Medicine's alma mater, Soar. The song is printed on page 29 of your program. Following the alma mater, please remain standing as Reverend Crawford delivers the benediction.
Let us now receive the benediction. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will be filled. Let us pray, great healer and giver of life. We have gathered in your name to rejoice, to feel the exuberance of achievement, to feel the accomplishments on this day of commencement. We are a grateful people. But now as we step down from this mount of jubilation, to hear the words of congratulation make us hungry and thirsty, to fulfill our purpose, then satisfy us with more than we could ever imagine or ask. Make us hungry for righteous governments and thirsty for safe, caring communities. Make us hungry for the hope of a better day and thirsty for faith in a brighter tomorrow. Make us hungry for the day that truly no child will be left behind, and thirsty for the year all mothers will be housed, safe, and respected. Make us hungry to decrease infant mortality and morbidity for poor children and all children, and thirsty to decrease the complication of black women and other women who are going through pregnancy. Make us hungry. Make us hungry to provide mental health to the poor and to those who jail who need a diagnosis and not a sentence. Make us hungry. Make us hungry and thirsty to challenge the inequitability that we see in distribution of health care and also in wealth. Make us hungry. Make us hungry for justice in the courts and thirsty for streets that will not be filled with violence. Make us hungry. Make us hungry to let our light so shine before the young and the restless that they can imagine and rise up to a day where they can see a better future. Make us hungry. Make us thirsty to help the ostracized, the immobilized, the criticized, and the despised. Make us hungry. Make us hungry for move from knowledge to wisdom, and thirsty to move from self-pity and self-praise to sincere gratitude. Make us hungry. Make us hungry to encourage, and make us hungry, God, to share all that we have. And then, oh God, by all means, make us, oh God, be hungry to be compassionate and thirsty to share love. You, oh God, the bread of life, the spring of all of our hopes. Let us eat and drink, oh God, until the day come where we'll want no more. And we will hear your welcome voice saying, well done, my good and faithful healthcare servants. Make us hungry. This is the prayer we pray in your name. Everybody say, amen. We will receive now our Grand Marshal, Dr. Finley. Give God a hand clap for her.
A special thank you to our keynote speaker, Dr. Thadhani. All our distinguished platform guests, trustees, alumni, faculty, staff, and students for your individual and collective participation in today's commencement celebration. Please remain seated while the platform party, graduates, and faculty complete the recessional. Thank you all for joining us in this academic celebration.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us today for Morehouse School of Medicine's third winter commencement exercises. And to all the graduates, congratulations. We invite graduates, their family, and friends to join us for a reception back on the Morehouse School of Medicine campus in the NCPC atrium. I hereby declare that the third winter commencement exercises of Morehouse School of Medicine have come to an end. Safe travels and best wishes for an enjoyable weekend. Thank you for joining us.